Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Age of Civilization. Age of Civilization is a game that should be appearing on Kickstarter now or really soon, if it hasn't already come out. It is a small box game, so it's going to live in that small area. I think we can get our heads around that. It feels like almost a tiny epic kind of idea, that it's using this small box but it's packing a heap of punch into it. I don't dislike this game. I think this is a really wonderful game. However, I do question the longevity of the game. What I mean by that is, how long would I be able to leave this on the table and keep coming back to it and play it again and again and again? That's the only question I have for it. Wanting to play it a couple of times? Absolutely. Wanting to play it 10 times in a row? I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know if it's a game that would actually allow that to happen, because I fear that with a game such as this, that you get into a habit and find the right way, the right path to winning. So the essence of this game is that you're choosing one of the 5 civilizations available, and that tells you how many guys you have to work with. They are then put onto various locations to do stuff. You either spend money and get points, or you get other things, or you can put them onto red circles, which means that you're sacrificing this guy to get whatever is on the card. At the end of that age, the board, which is kind of half of the board, you've got 6 things to choose from. So the top 3 altogether move along 1. That means that the first thing that you had to choose on the bottom row suddenly has not available anymore. So the 2 that were available plus 1 extra become available for you on the next turn, and that's going to happen all the way along, and there's 6 turns total and the game is over. In terms of the civilization you've chosen, I said there was some red spots that you'll lose some meeple to. So you put a guy on there and you get the benefit from it, but you lose that meeple. So suddenly, if I had 3, I'm now down to 2 only to use. And this is kind of that concept of the civilization is aging and you're not able to do as much stuff as you probably want to do. At some point, you're going to want to replace that card, replace that civilization. What that looks like is going back to that civilization track, which now has 5 on it. There's coins or money on any of the civilizations that haven't been selected, and selecting a new one. And you can either put that over the top of the previous civilization. The previous civilization has a little bit on the bottom which stays hanging out the bottom and will give you a benefit ongoing. But then you're in a new civilization, so that tells you how many meeples you can use, and you get that many meeples and keep going. Or you can play that card underneath your current civilization. So say you've got enough meeples to keep doing what you want, but you really want that benefit, you can put it underneath and you still gain that and you gain the benefit. Either way is an option, or you can do nothing and not take a new civilization. The problem is that you only have a maximum of 3 civilizations you're able to use, 3 cards that will be built up into a row that you can use during the game. I think this is one of the keys to the game. Only having the ability to have 3 civilizations, so you've got to really choose when to make that change, when to change out of this current civilization into another one. Having a look at what's available and go, okay, that one's talking about something that's not going to come up until the end of the game. Probably not worthwhile having that one just yet. But then getting that at the right time, so that if it is a really good card, the other players around you aren't going to be the ones that get it. There's a lot of decision in just that, when to change your civilization out, when to throw another card underneath the one you've currently got to get the benefit of this card. But I've still got enough guys moving around. Some of the things that you tried to take are going to actually take 2 guys, 2 meeples, to be able to action them. Do I have enough meeples to be able to do them, to be able to keep doing them, to do the things that I wish to do? This is definitely a Kickstarter game. It's definitely a game that is kind of building and looking for an audience, looking for people to play it. And I think it's a game that will work a couple of times. I fear that if you play this a few times in a row, you'll start finding the most appropriate path, the most appropriate timing, and will become very difficult to beat you, but you won't then have more to learn. And this is something I find with a lot of Kickstarter games, that there's a good idea there, there's a really good concept there, and there's a good game there to play a couple of times, but can we keep playing it? That's the question I have for you. That's the question I'm going to leave you with. Can you keep playing any of the games? I'm not just talking about Age of Civilization at the moment. I'm talking about any of the games, especially Kickstarter games. What is the longevity of this game on the table to the ability to put into my collection? I don't dislike this game. I don't think it's one of the absolute favorite games. I think it's quite a good civilization builder. I think that it's a worthwhile game to have a look at. Have a look at my playthrough to see if that's the type of game that you would enjoy playing. Have a look at my Gamesplanation to see if that's a type of game that you would enjoy. Theoretically, the runtime on it is only about that half-hour mark, but that depends on how many players you have playing. You may find that with 4 players it goes longer because everyone's kind of looking and thinking, but this is a standard thing I've got with timings. The timing on this game really does depend on the number of players because each player is going to take so long to choose their locations they wish to go with their meeples, and you know what, 4 players has to take twice as long as 2 players. It's just the reality of the beast. So look, go on and have a look at my Gamesplay and Gamesplanation. See if you like them, see if you like the game, see if you want to support this game. I strongly suggest to keep supporting Kickstarters. And look, I hope that this helps you make a decision, or at least give you an idea of how Age of Civilization runs. If you have any games that you'd like to be Gamesplayed, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.